Have you ever found yourself sitting quietly, maybe with a cup of tea in your hands, wondering, now what? You spent years building a life, working, raising a family, keeping busy with routines and responsibilities. And then retirement comes along and everything slows down. The schedule clears. The house is quieter. And even though you finally have time for yourself, you might catch yourself feeling like something's missing. Not because you're bored necessarily, but because you want to matter. You want to feel like you're still contributing in some way, like your presence still holds value, like your days have a deeper purpose. And let me tell you, you're not alone in that. It's more common than you might think. When we spend so much of our lives pouring ourselves into work and others, it can be a jarring shift to suddenly be faced with all this free time. For some, it feels like freedom. For others, it feels a little like floating, drifting without a clear direction. And neither one is wrong. Retirement is a massive life transition. And with that transition comes the opportunity to rediscover yourself in a whole new light. That's what we're here to talk about today. Because retirement doesn't have to mean fading into the background. In fact, it can be the perfect time to lean in, to do things you've always wanted, and to remind yourself that your life, your voice, your time, your presence is still incredibly worthwhile. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 things that can help you feel that sense of worth again. Not because you have to, but because you deserve to feel good about where you are and what you still have to offer. So, let's start with something that might surprise you. It's not about being busy for the sake of being busy. It's about doing things that light you up from the inside. And one of the most powerful ways to feel a renewed sense of worth in retirement is by sharing your wisdom. You may not realize it, but your life experience is a treasure chest. Everything you've learned, all the lessons, good and bad, the moments that made you stronger, the mistakes that taught you something, the stories you collected over the years. These are things no one else has lived quite the way you have. Sharing your wisdom doesn't have to mean standing on a stage or writing a book. It could be as simple as talking with your grandkids about how you handled challenges when you were younger, or offering advice to a younger neighbor who's struggling with something you've already lived through. Even volunteering at a local community center or mentoring someone just entering your former field can make a bigger difference than you imagine. When someone hears your story and takes something from it, some piece of comfort or insight, it creates a ripple effect. You might never see just how far that ripple goes, but that connection, that sense that your story helped someone else, that's powerful. It reminds you that you're still growing, still teaching, still giving. And here's the beautiful thing. Every time you tell a story, every time you offer a bit of guidance, you're not just giving something away. You're also remembering your own strength. You're reinforcing to yourself how far you've come. That kind of reflection, when done with kindness toward yourself, becomes a source of pride. And pride is a very strong fuel for feeling worthwhile. Now, let's talk about another piece that's just as important. Creating something new. Yes, new. You might be thinking, well, I'm not an artist, or I've never been creative. But creativity doesn't have to mean painting a masterpiece. It can mean planting a garden, trying out a new recipe, making a photo album for your family, or even learning how to play a musical instrument just for fun. When you create something, anything, you're using your mind and your heart together. You're turning your time into something tangible. And that act of making, even if it's imperfect, is deeply satisfying. It's proof that you're still capable of discovery and play and imagination. Retirement doesn't have to be the slowing down of your spirit. It can be the exact opposite, a chance to stretch out, to explore sides of yourself that you never had time for before. Think about how many years you spent doing things because you had to. Work deadlines, family obligations, bills to pay. And now, here you are with the space to do something just because it brings you joy. Not because it needs to impress anyone or prove anything. Just because it feels good. That alone gives your days meaning. It says, I'm still here. I'm still curious. I'm still building something. And what's even more lovely is that creating often opens a door to connection. You bake a batch of cookies and share them with a neighbor. You knit a blanket and give it to a new grandchild. You take up photography and end up capturing memories for your friends. These little creative acts bring people closer. And when people are close, we feel seen. And when we feel seen, we feel valued. That brings us naturally into another key piece of feeling worthwhile: nurturing meaningful relationships. Not just staying in touch out of habit, but really nurturing them. Because let's be honest, over the years, relationships shift. Some fade, some grow deeper. And retirement is a moment where we have a chance to take stock and say, who do I want to spend my time with? Who lifts me up? Who do I want to pour into? Whether it's an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while, a sibling you used to be close with, or even your grandchildren. These connections can bring so much life into your days. But it does take a little effort. A phone call, a handwritten note, inviting someone over for coffee, without waiting for a special occasion. That kind of intentional connection reminds both you and the other person that you matter to each other. And sometimes, making new connections can be just as enriching. Joining a local walking group or book club, attending community classes, even try out a faith or spiritual group if that's something that resonates with you. The point isn't to stay busy. The point is to feel like you're part of something bigger, that your voice still belongs in the room, that you still have new things to learn and people to meet and stories to hear. You know, there's something really beautiful that happens when we stop measuring our worth by what we do and start honoring who we are. Retirement is a perfect season to rediscover that, to shift from doing to being, and to realize that your presence alone has value. Your laughter, your stories, your hugs, your advice, your quiet strength. And the truth is, even though it can sometimes feel like society moves on quickly, faster than we like, it doesn't mean you've been left behind. Quite the opposite. You've reached a point in life that so many others are still racing toward. You've lived, you've grown, you've weathered storms, and you've got the wisdom, the scars, and the humor to prove it. Now that we've touched on the power of sharing your wisdom, creating something new, and building stronger connections, let's keep going. There's something incredibly refreshing about the idea of learning something new, no matter what stage of life you're in. It might be surprising to think that picking up a skill or delving into a topic can feel as invigorating as it did when you were a student. But consider this. Each new piece of knowledge is like a fresh breeze that opens up parts of your mind you never knew existed. Imagine sitting down with a good book on history. Or better yet, attending a community class where you can explore art, literature, or even a language. This isn't about formal education or worrying over grades. It's about feeding your curiosity and letting yourself be surprised by the world all over again. You might say, isn't learning just for the young? But life has a wonderful way of showing us that our minds can be just as agile later in life as they were in our youth. Many of us have years of experience and a lifetime of stories, and our minds are brimming with the capacity to absorb, appreciate, and reflect on new ideas. Embracing lifelong learning means acknowledging that growth is an ongoing process, a journey, not a destination. It's an invitation to explore subjects you once set aside because you thought you'd have more time, or because you were too busy building your career and caring for your family. Now is your time to dive in. Whether it's unraveling the mysteries of a new hobby, learning the gentle art of cooking particular cuisine, or even exploring technology at your own pace, each step is a reaffirmation of your enduring ability to adapt and flourish. And it's not just about intellectual stimulation. Learning often brings along a sense of empowerment. When you immerse yourself in something new, you reclaim a piece of your identity that might have been overshadowed by the daily grind of work. Picture yourself in a casual class, maybe chatting with others who share your interests, laughing over missteps, and celebrating small victories like mastering a recipe or finally understanding a tricky concept. These moments have a way of brightening your day, reinforcing the idea that you're not defined by a single label or a past career. Instead, you're a lifelong learner, constantly evolving and embracing change with a resilient smile. Alongside feeding your mind, there's another aspect of life that's equally transformative, and that's staying physically active. Now, before you roll your eyes and think about strenuous workouts or intense gym sessions, let's reframe what being active truly means. It's not about relentless exercise or pushing your body to extremes. Instead, think of it as moving in ways that honor your body and energy levels. Consider gentle walks in your neighborhood, light stretching in the morning, or even a leisurely swim on a warm day. These activities are about celebrating what your body can do, rather than lamenting what it can't. Moving naturally, even in small doses, does wonders not only for your physical well-being, but also for your mental and emotional health. The simple act of stepping outside and breathing in the fresh air can change the rhythm of your day. It's an opportunity to connect with the world again, a chance to notice the beauty of nature, to enjoy the chatter of fellow walkers, or to simply let your thoughts drift in a peaceful way. This physical movement has a way of sparking joy and reminding you that each day holds the promise of renewal. Staying active, especially in a way that suits your pace and preferences, cultivates a sense of gratitude for what your body still holds. It's not about trying to reverse time or proving a point about longevity. It's about feeling good, appreciating the small victories like a brisk walk, a pleasant bike ride, or even dancing around in your living room. Sometimes the rhythm of a well-loved tune can coax you into a spontaneous dance, and in those moments, you might catch a glimpse of your own exuberance. Feeling physically active isn't simply a routine. It's a celebration of movement, a tribute to your resilience and vitality. There's a common thread weaving these ideas together: the desire to engage fully with life and honor every facet of your being. Whether it's diving into a new subject or moving your body in ways that feel joyful, both endeavors underline a single truth: you still have so much to give and so much to experience. It's as if each step into a new skill or each gentle stretch awakens your inner light a little more. The beauty of it is, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Your pace is just right. It's a personal journey that's uniquely yours. Throughout all of this, the key is to listen to yourself, to sense what calls out to you. Maybe your heart leans towards stories and wisdom, and you feel a pull to explore books, museums, or even local historical societies where the narratives of your community come to life. Perhaps your energy finds a friend in nature, and you crave the sound of rustling leaves and the sight of a setting sun. Or maybe there's a spark inside that yearns to dance, to move, to engage with life in a way that makes your spirit hum with contentment. In any case, there's no need to force anything or compare your journey to someone else's. Your rhythm is its own kind of music, a melody that's evolved over years, rich with experience and waiting for every new note. It's also important to recognize that these pursuits, learning something new and staying physically active, often intertwine. Picture a scenario where you join a community class on gentle yoga. Not only are you learning the art of mindful movement, but you're also engaging socially, breathing in new ideas, and cherishing a moment of personal triumph. Each new connection you make or skill you learn contributes to an enhanced sense of self-worth. It turns routine activities into celebrations of life, where every move and every thought counts. There's an undeniable power in embracing these changes. It's not about rewriting the past or chasing an ideal that only the young can attain. It's about embracing the current moment with all its beauty and potential. The pursuit of knowledge and the joy of movement are timeless, transcending age and circumstances. In choosing to nurture your mind and body, you're sending a clear message to yourself and the world: I am still here, and I'm still open to the wonders of life. As you step outside and perhaps sign up for that introductory class, or even take a leisurely stroll down the street, remember that it's all about rediscovering yourself. There might be moments of hesitation, memories of days when change seemed challenging, but now you have the chance to redefine what it means to live fully in your golden years. When you learn something new, every bit of knowledge is a stepping stone to a fuller life. And every step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your continued strength and capacity for joy. So think about it. Every conversation where you share a laugh, every new fact you stumble upon, every stretch of movement that fills you with a sense of freedom, these are all reminders that life after retirement is not about stepping back, but about stepping into a world that's as vibrant and engaging as any before it. It's an invitation to celebrate your past, and more importantly, to cherish the immense potential of your present and future. Embracing lifelong learning and staying physically active serve as twin pillars in the wonderful structure of fulfilling retirement. They remind us that our journey doesn't end when the routine of a long career fades away. Instead, it's the opening of a new chapter brimming with possibilities, an opportunity to set aside any hesitation and to dive into experiences that uplift, inspire, and resonate deeply with who we are. It's a journey where every day can be an adventure, every step a dance, and every fact learned a spark that brightens your inner light. This is your time, your season to shine on your own terms. Explore what excites you and let your spirit soar. And as you continue to embrace the simple yet powerful moments of learning and movement, remember that each new experience not only enriches your life, it reaffirms that no matter your age, you are full of wonder, capable of growth, and incredibly deserving of the joy that comes with living a life that's truly yours. When I think about finding that deep-seated feeling of worth in retirement, one more powerful ingredient comes to mind: a sense of giving back to the community and embracing volunteer work. Volunteering, in its many forms, isn't just about lending a hand. It's about infusing your days with purpose and connection while recognizing the unique gifts you offer to the world. I know many of you have spent a lifetime caring for others, whether through raising a family, supporting friends, or contributing to the workplace. Now, as you step into a space with more time, you can continue that legacy by making a difference in ways both large and small. Imagine spending an afternoon helping at a local food bank, or devoting a few hours each week at a community garden. It might be something as simple as teaching a skill you've mastered over the years, or helping out at a neighborhood event. When you volunteer, you're not just performing a service. You're building bridges between your lifetime of knowledge and the new experiences of those around you. There's a quiet dignity in knowing that your expertise and compassion can light up someone else's day, that your stories and your laughter still have a home where they're needed. It's interesting how volunteering not only offers a sense of purpose, but also opens doors to fresh relationships. Working side by side with others brings unexpected conversations, shared smiles, and moments that reveal you're never truly alone on this journey. Each encounter becomes a reaffirmation that you matter, that your contributions create ripples in a world that often needs them most. Sometimes, the simplest acts of service, like chatting with someone at a community center or helping your neighbor with tasks, can spark new friendships that transform isolation into belonging. Embracing volunteer work is also a reminder that retirement is not about slowing down or stepping aside. It's about stepping into a role that feels both enriching and affirming. It can transform how you view time, shifting your focus in the past and present, highlighting the beauty of every shared smile and every bit of kindness exchanged. And in doing so, it enables a cycle of generosity where both you and those you help gain confidence, energy, and a renewed feeling of significance. Reflecting on all these ideas, the joy of sharing your wisdom, the thrill of creating something new, nurturing deep relationships, diving into new learning experiences, staying gently active, and now giving back through volunteer work, it becomes clear that feeling worthwhile in retirement isn't about ticking off a list of achievements. It's a tapestry of moments, each one a thread that contributes to a rich, vibrant, and meaningful life. Life in retirement offers you a stage unlike any you've known before, a stage where the spotlight is on you, where every moment is an opportunity to shape how you live and influence those around you. There's profound beauty in the freedom to choose how to spend your days, in the decision to invest your time in activities that honor who you are today. It's not about clinging to the past or replacing one role with another. It's about recognizing that you've always been, and always will be, a valuable contributor to the human story. As you embrace these moments, whether you're offering your insights to someone searching for guidance, finding joy in creating something with your own two hands, reconnecting with old friends or forming new bonds, expanding your mind with fresh knowledge, moving your body in ways that celebrate life, or lending your energy to help others, you're living proof that worth isn't measured by productivity alone. It's measured by the warmth you share, the lessons you pass along, and the courage you show in continuing to grow and to engage with the world around you. This journey is about honoring every chapter of your life. It's a gentle reminder to be kind to yourself, to celebrate the small victories, the daily rituals, and the moments of genuine connection that add up to a life well lived. Even when challenges arise or there are days when energy seems elusive, you can find solace in the certainty that each day is an opportunity to bring a little more light into the world. And that light, as you share it with others, is a beacon not just for them but for yourself as well. In embracing these perspectives, you reclaim ownership of your narrative. You demonstrate that retirement isn't the closing of a door. Rather, it's the beginning of a new chapter where protagonist, you, remains central. Your contributions continue to have meaning, Your passions are as relevant as ever, and your heart still holds a capacity to inspire and be inspired. There's an incredible strength in looking back at all that you've accomplished while confidently stepping into the possibilities of today. It's a comforting thought to realize that no matter how the world around you changes, the essence of who you are remains constant. Your inherent worth isn't determined by a job title, a bank balance, or societal expectations. It's rooted in every experience you have lived, every person you have touched, and every moment that has molded you into the remarkable individual you are now. I encourage you to take a moment each day to reflect on these aspects of your life, to savor the sweetness of a conversation with an old friend, to relish the discovery of a new interest, to appreciate the gentle rhythm of your footsteps on your morning walk, or to treasure the warmth of a shared smile while volunteering. These are the moments that stitch together the rich fabric of your existence, moments that remind you that your days are filled with meaning, joy, and the quiet power of being exactly who you are. In connecting with your true self, you unlock an inner resilience that carries you forward even when uncertainties arise. There's a liberating joy in knowing that every day offers you the chance to write a little more your story in strokes that are bold and beautiful. Life doesn't slow down for anyone, but in retirement, you have the gift of choosing what that pace means for you. You get to decide how to balance your energy, how to nurture your passions, and how to extend your hand to others in a way that feels true to your heart. As we talk about these ideas, I hope you feel inspired to honor yourself in every part of your journey. The world is enriched by your presence, your history, and your willingness to embrace life with an open heart. There's no need to rush or pressure yourself into a new version of what retirement might traditionally look like. Instead, allow yourself the freedom to explore, to find joy in every moment, and to build a daily routine that reflects the deep-seated feeling of worth that you absolutely deserve. I invite you now to take these thoughts and carry them with you, to let them be a source of motivation on those days when you need an extra reminder of the beauty that lies in every step forward. It's about celebrating your life, not in a grandiose way, but through the accumulation of countless small, joyful moments that collectively affirm that you matter, and matter you do, in every sense of the word. So, as you settle into your day, whether it's filled with quiet morning of reflection or a vibrant afternoon of engaging with your community, know that you are an irreplaceable part of this ever-changing tapestry of life. Continue to share, to create, to learn, to move, and to give with an open heart. And above all, trust that the journey you're on is filled with worth and purpose that transcends any standard measure. Thank you for spending this time with me, diving deep into what it truly means to feel worthwhile in retirement. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your experiences, or any new adventures you're planning to embark on. Please feel free to share your reflections, and even reach out if you'd like to connect further. Remember, every step you take is a celebration of who you are and a testament to the beauty of living fully in your own unique way. Here's to embracing retirement as a time of continued growth, connection, and immense personal value. Take care, keep shining, and know that your story is as vibrant and meaningful as ever.